rise in cotton prices in the past month, do you think China will sell more cotton from its warehouses to arrest prices?
Yes, the cotton price is a very interesting price. It's one of those prices that are out there that the price doesn't reflect either of two realities that can happen. One, China can release its cotton from the warehouse, which would result in the price that's currently in the market being very high and the price going down, or not release, where we see the price being very low. It is something that we, for our funds, find very difficult to make a call on, so we tend to avoid it as a commodity. For cotton farmers in China and India who have to make a decision on next year, we think the fundamentals of cotton pricing is still good over a 2 to 3 year period, so they may continue to take the risk and plant their cotton.
What are your best picks in agro-commodities for the next quarter?
We would, again, I would repeat, we would like sugar. We also think corn is still a good bet in the market.
Which agro-commodity picks would you be bearish on in the near term?
Cotton and wheat, right? But again, let me rephrase. Cotton and wheat we're bearish in the very short term. In the medium to long term, we are still very bullish. We are bullish in the whole soft commodity space because we feel that if you view soft commodities and hard commodities are mining off a specific mine. So you have an iron ore mine, you're caught with the iron ore prices. In soft commodities, you can grow many different commodities on a particular piece of land. So you have the capability to swap based on prices. This has been happening for the last number of years, but the ability to continue to swap and then to supply enough soft commodities to meet the global demand is getting less and less. We like to look at this as what we call peak food. If we think back 10 years ago, we had a peak energy problem. We were looking as to where would the additional energy that we needed to maintain growth would come from. What was the response? The response was a big increases in price, which allowed us to produce more energy, which now we have less of a worry as to where energy is going to come from. From food and for soft commodities, we have a very similar issue. Whilst we have had an increase in productivity, which has allowed yields and production to increase, we've also had a larger increase in utilization or eating or use of those soft commodities, whereby the ending stocks each year generally stay static, but they are becoming a lower and a lower proportion of the utilization. So we do think that there is a big crunch coming. So therefore, for us, soft commodities is a space that we think everybody should be in and should be quite long on this space.
Do you think India will emerge as a key exporter of farm commodities in Asia? Can it become Asia's Argentina in farm exports?
There is no reason why it cannot. However, I do believe that within India there needs to be some structural changes which encourages the farmers, particularly smallholding farmers, to build themselves up into viable independent businesses. India has absolutely great potential to do this and will do so more in response to any price shocks that we see is coming.